So way back, I believe in Modern Warfare 2019, I started a series on the channel called the Call of Duty Weekly Reload. And essentially what this was a weekly news video to go over everything new and changing within the Call of Duty atmosphere. And with it, we would talk about various changes to Warzone, the individual games, what was coming, what was leaked, and everything like that. Since then, we've kind of stopped that series because there hasn't been as much news going on in the Call of Duty universe, but this week has been absolutely insane. And in fact, I haven't made one of these in so long that we're not just going to include news from this week, it's going to be from the past month or so. There is various different things like the Microsoft acquisition of Activision Blizzard being turned down by the UK. We also have the Call of Duty board game. We also have a brand new map for Warzone leaked and a bunch of other things that we are going to go over as well. In other words, we have a lot of news to talk about. So without further ado, let's dive into it, starting off with the Microsoft. So as far as this Microsoft thing goes, it's very complex and very in detail. So I'm going to try to simplify it as easily as possible. First of all, over a year ago, Microsoft tried to buy Activision Blizzard King and all the studios involved with that. When this happened, the FTC and the UK CMA stepped in and essentially said, we don't want Microsoft creating a monopoly, so we have to take a deeper look at this acquisition before it goes through and we can approve it. So when this happened, I believe the FTC started to approve it, and then the UK CMA stepped in as of yesterday and essentially said, no, you're not allowed to do this. And the reasoning behind it had to do actually with cloud gaming. They were worried that the cloud gaming would be monopolized by Xbox. They would have too many games on it. And in other words, they would be able to skyrocket the price of cloud gaming and no one else would be able to compete. Their competitor, Nvidia, they have another cloud gaming service, said, we don't care, let them buy it. And then since then, the UK essentially said, yeah, no, it's not happening. So there's a couple of things that could happen here. One, it could still go through, but Xbox has to make some changes to the acquisition. Two, it could be stopped altogether. Or three, it's just gonna be a bunch of mess that we don't know what's gonna happen. Now, what does this mean for Call of Duty moving forward? As of right now, nothing. However, this is bad news for Microsoft. They have to hire more lawyers, their lawyers have to do more work, and it's just a bad thing overall for them because I think they were really banking on this acquisition. And on top of that, with a new Call of Duty game coming this year, because yes, after this went through, Activision Blizzard had their Q1 investors call, and they said that, yeah, 2023, we are still getting a full premium Call of Duty game. No mention as to who is making it, whether that be Sledgehammer Games, whether it be an addition to Modern Warfare 2. We don't know what it is, but it's still coming out. And of course, that would be a big thing for Microsoft if they owned Activision Blizzard. That's where they're going to be making money. And of course, they want the Call of Duty games on the Xbox Game Pass. And we don't know if any of that is actually going to be able to happen because of the UK CMA. That's essentially what happened. What it means moving forward, I'm not quite sure at this point. So the next thing we have actually comes from shortly after Season 3 launched. There was data mine files in the game that were for a brand new Warzone map. It's a resurgence map and it is codenamed Vondel. Now, we also know from the data mine files that this map is going to take place in Netherlands. So if you combine the two and do a little Google search, you'll find something called Vondel Park, which is in Amsterdam. So potentially we have no idea what this map is actually going to look like. But if you do some digging into Modern Warfare 2 and have a look back, one of the best looking missions from the Modern Warfare 2 campaign actually took place in Amsterdam. And it was a fully fleshed out city. And it was one of my favorite missions in the game just because of how good it looked. So potentially based off of that, we could have an Amsterdam Warzone map look very similar to this. So as I mentioned, we don't have any idea as to what this potential Netherlands or specifically Amsterdam Warzone map could actually look like. Well, that's where today's sponsor comes in, which is Wonder. Wonder is an app on your phone that you can use to turn an idea into digital artwork using AI. So let's use the Call of Duty Warzone, the new map, as an example. So when you're in the Wonder app, you put down your idea. So here we have Amsterdam Warzone map. Then you can choose from various different styles. The one we're going to go with here is the 3D render option. When you click create, it nearly instantly creates an image of exactly what you're talking about. So what you're seeing here could potentially be what the new Warzone map would actually look like. Or say you want to do something completely outside Call of Duty and you just want to make some artwork. Let's say we want a man flying with a balloon. You can choose a completely different art style. Let's go cinematic, and Wonder will create exactly what you want. and looks a million times better than if I was trying to create it. So if you want to give Wonder a try, it is the first link down in the description, and by clicking that link, it'll actually give you a free trial to premium access, which includes 20 plus styles. It is faster, you can get unlimited artwork, and also there is no ads. So be sure to check it out. First link down below, and thank you Wonder for sponsoring the video. So as far as what we know that this map is in the game files. We don't know who is developing it. My best guess would be High Moon Studios, who has done the last two maps, Fortune's Keep and Ashika Island. But other than that, we don't really know much else other than that, when it'll come or anything in between. But I really hope it looks like this mission. So then we have the Call of Duty board game. No one was expecting this, but here we are. So this is set to come out in 2024. And as far as how this game is going to work, I have no idea. It's being made by Arcane Wonders and released by Activision Publishing. It is said to be coming out in 2024, and they're actually releasing a Kickstarter for it sometime this fall. So you can buy it on Kickstarter and then you will get it at some point. I'm very surprised that they're doing this. Activision has the money. I don't know why they need a Kickstarter, but hey, here we are. It's a strange one. We'll have to wait to see what it actually looks like. So we then have our update for this week, and it's not a big one. They did release a full update with patch notes. There's nothing there, so we didn't go over them this week, but they did add plunder, so we are going to talk about that. So first of all, for Battle Royale, we have quads, trios, and solos, no duos. For Resurgence, we have quads, trios, duos, and solos. However, there is no massive Resurgence. They have removed that, so if you were enjoying that, we don't know when it's coming back. But then we also have plunder, and right now, the only plunder that I can see at least is just plunder quads. So if you have 4 people, you can play plunder, and there's a bug with it right now where your KD in plunder is counting towards your Battle Royale KD, which people are getting ridiculous KDs because of it. It's strange. We don't know if more plunder is coming out, but it kind of just mystery dropped. We thought it was coming with Season 3 Reloaded, but here it is today. As far as multiplayer goes, we have party modes. We have Paleo's Lighthouse 24/7, Shipment 24/7, Gunfight, 10v10 Mosh Pit, and Close Quarters as our main playlist this week. Nothing too crazy, nothing too special, not a big update whatsoever, but hey, plunder is here now. So the final thing that we have is numbers, and this comes from the Q1 investors call. And as far as this goes, they put these out every 3-4 months, and when they come out, they give monthly active users in millions. So if we look at this year compared to last year, there's 2 million less people playing than there was in this time last year. 98 million monthly active users on Activision. Now, I don't know if that includes older Call of Duty games or what, but it's still a lot of people playing the game. However, even though the numbers of players are less than last year, the amount of microtransaction sales are vastly up. It was, I believe, 1.29 billion in the first quarter, whereas last year was 1.01 billion. So way higher than the previous year, even though less people are playing and more people are dropping off. So I don't know whether Activision sees that as a good thing or what it is, but hey, people are still spending money, whether you like it or not. So that's the news that we have this week. If you enjoy these type of videos and want me to do more kind of news-ish style videos for Call of Duty like this, hit that like button. Let me know what you think of all of this down in the comments. And if you like what you see, make sure you subscribe, have notifications on. As always, thank you so much for watching the video. And until next time, peace out. We are